Hello, it's been a while. Right, so today's project is I need to build a refilling system for the DWC. Now, been in and out of hospital 2 weeks at a time, and it's completely screwed everything up. Now, off the shelf, they do a few products. There's one, I think it's called the Auto Topper. Put a picture of that now. Seems alright, but it's gravity fed and it has a mechanical valve, and I just don't like the idea of the water being under gravitational sort of, pressure, because if there's a leak, it just leaks everywhere, and if you're away for a week, could cause problems. So while in hospital, ordered shed load of parts, did a shed load of drawings, and we'll get into that and I'll show you what I've come up with. Right, so this whole system is going to be electronically operated. It's going to have fail safes, all of that. And what it's going to run on is one of these. Well, this is a float switch. So, see there? So with that down, there's a reed connector in there. So when the magnet's down, the circuit is then closed, and then when the water pushes that up, it opens the circuit up. So this is what we're going to incorporate, and we're going to control the whole system. Now, I went a bit mental when I was in the hospital, so I've ordered 4 of these. I think they're 150ml. I ordered a couple of smaller ones. These are, not sure. Got these ones, and yeah. So they're all going to be sort of put into the system. Oh yeah, and also I ordered a small one. This is going to be for the reservoir. You'll see once we get going. This was off a guy on eBay. Ordered one, it never showed up. He sent me a replacement out. So all of these are directly from China. So we'll have a look. I might get the multimeter. I might get the multimeter out and just do a quick run through. I think I'll do that now before I go on to the other stuff that I've brought. Alright, I hope you can see that. Yeah. So what we've got here is this. That's going to be difficult to do. If we do it down here. And then when that goes out, completes the circuit, circuit's closed, off, on, off. So, pretty straightforward bit of kit, but it allows me to set the system up. So I can monitor a lot of things. move on to the next bits. Okay. Right. Lovely jubbly. Right. So I'm building this whole system to run on 12 volts. Why I'm using 12 volts, safer, it's around water. And also if I wanted to, I could run it off a 12 volt battery. So I could have it totally separate. If you don't have access to power, but then why wouldn't you have access to power if you're running LEDs and stuff? Anywho, alright. So 12 volt miniature water pump, 3 meters maximum head lift, 280 litres an hour, which is more than ideal. Input 12 volts at 5 watts. Which brings us to those float switches. They're not able to handle a lot of power because the contacts are very fine. So we'll be switching it with these. These are 12 volt miniature relays. Obviously 12 volt power supply, 2 amps, more than enough. We have miniature toggle switches because I need to be able to turn certain areas on and off, because the last thing that you want to do is, you know, let's say you've got 50 litres of top-up water for your DWC, and then you're like, oh, I need to change the nutrients out. So then you put your pump in, you start emptying the DWC, and because you're pumping the water out, it's pumping the water in as quickly as you're pumping it out. So you need a way to isolate. So, you know, just makes it a little bit easier. We've got some 12 volt blue flashing LEDs. Now, these aren't a requirement, it's just that I'm putting them in, so when I'm building it, these will be running on the same feed as the pump, so I can see when the float switch activates the pump. Does that make sense? We have some of these DC inputs, so I can make it all, so I can unplug it and plug it in and do all that jazz. We have 25 meters of 12 volt speaker cable to wire everything up. We have some highly flexible silicon cable, black and red. And then what we're going to build it on is, these little things, and they are called strip boards. So it's a strip of copper, and you turn it over, you solder your components on through onto the strip, and then you can use a tool to break the track so you can build a test circuit. So it's been a few years since I've soldered, so we'll have a bit of a laugh with me trying to get back into that. So that's it for the electrics sort of area. I also got some 6mm internal PVC pipe. Now this is food grade, so water, whatever, it's absolutely fine. And then we have some elbows. Now I brought these because there's going to be some tight angles, and I just thought it'd be better to use these. So yeah, that's my haul of goodies. I'm still waiting for another pump because the system that I'm doing, I'm running 2 pumps to 2 separate systems. Oh no, I'm forgetting something. Enclosures. Now, I'm using these. They BG. I think they're BG. Someone like that. Master plug or something, I think. But these are basically IP55 rated boxes. Designed for outdoor wiring, but they're a £5 a piece. So I thought they'll be ideal because hopefully with board fits in there lovely. Well, not lovely, I'm going to have to take a bit off of it, but you know what I mean. And I brought 2, and the reason why I brought 2 is one is going to be the input output of the 2 pumps and the 2 float switches, and then this one is going to be basically the main controller. So this is going to have the main power in, a relay, and an input for the float switch for the reservoir, and power output, which then the power will go from this to that. It will all make sense, I promise. But yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. If you've got any comments or any suggestions or any questions or whatever, just hit me up. But I'm going to be in the process of making this. This is just a quick video. I say quick, I've been jabbering on for ages. Just about what my plan is. So yeah, I will see you soon, and we can crack on and build this and test it and see what we can do. Take it easy.